All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just trying to mediate, and the mediation is going really bad. And I've spent 40 minutes mediating, and so now I only have 20 minutes. Okay. Sometimes I really hate my job, people. Sometimes I really, sometimes I really do. And when you when you are just trying to help people, it's just hard. All right. First of all, I just want to say people been messaging me because apparently I was listening to me when I told y'all my name on Instagram, my real name. And so some people was asking me, was I watching the streams this weekend that a couple people were having? And I did. I was listening. If you look down in the comment section, I was down in some of the comment sections. But my little boy was sick all weekend. So I just kind of, he feels better because he's in there like making all the noise. But um, somebody was asking me how I felt about the guy Max. I feel no way about Max. I like Max. So I like his voice. I actually go to sleep listening to his videos, and I've followed Max for a while because of the Casey Anthony trial. So that's how I know who Max is. So a lot of people was not aware of him before now. I was aware of Max. Um, he did seem to have a moment. We all have moments. I just had a moment. I just had a moment. We all have moments, especially when somebody is disrespecting you and being disrespectful towards you. Sometimes it's really hard to not get down in the gutter and get dirty with them. So I don't feel no way about Max. Do I think Max is wrong? Hell no. Nah. Boy, one child made so much noise. Um, somebody was like, "How do you feel about him apologizing?" If he felt like he needed to apologize, then he apologized. So what's the problem? Like, I don't understand. If he felt like he was wrong, clearly he felt like he was wrong, so he apologized. Do I think it was anything wrong with what he said? No, I don't, because on the outside looking in, I could see why one felt that way, especially um when he wanted him to get his subscribers to donate to him, and he has a good bit of subscribers. On to the next thing, because I don't really care about that. Max was not wrong. If Max wants to apologize, it's Max free will as an American citizen to apologize. I don't think the child should be getting on him too much. That's a grown ass man. It sounds like he's old enough to be my daddy almost. So I definitely like Max, and I like the content that I know him for. I like this content too. I'm all for Dragon Umar. Y'all know I don't like him, so I'm all for it. And somebody also asked me, why do I have stalking tendencies? First of all, I don't have no fucking stalking tendencies. Don't fucking try me. Come on now. I don't stalk anybody. I don't need to stalk anybody. First of all, I don't need to stalk anybody because this man posts all the content for us on Instagram and all of these different social media websites. So why do I have to stalk somebody when he's continuously uploading and talking bad to people and stuff like that? So I don't have to stalk nobody, people. The man does a good job of like self-incrimination about himself. I don't have to stalk anybody to get any additional information from him. Here's what I want to talk about today. So I was doing some research on the school because I wanted to know whose name is the deed in for that school. Could find no deed that belongs to Umar Johnson. Could find no deed that belongs to Jermaine Shoemake. Don't know who. I think K-12 owned that building. Now, very, 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 almost every time he's talking about it, he always uses the term, we acquired a school, not we purchased, not where, when you acquire something, for instance, my car, let's say my car, I acquired a car, right? I acquired my Jeep, but I don't own it. The credit union owns it because I'm still making payments on it. Here's the thing. I don't think he owns that building. And if he did own that building, he wouldn't. He still wouldn't own it. It would go to the state because he's behind in his child support. I don't know how many times I have to tell y'all this. This man does not have a legitimate driver's license that is for him in his government's name, because when you don't pay your child support, they suspend your license. Along with suspending your license, they revoke your passport. Now, I do know that he goes by Umar Johnson. I'm not really sure if he has passports and stuff in that name. That's not his legal name. That's not his original. I don't know if it's his legal name, actually. I'm not really sure. But that's not the original name that was on his birth certificate. So I can guarantee you that he does not have any driver's license in the name of Jermaine Shoemake, okay? Or passport. I've said this before. I'm still waiting for him to show me. I told y'all I would donate to his dusty ass school if he could prove to me that he got a valid driver's license and a passport in his original name. And he doesn't. That's why I haven't donated to his dusty ass school, and I'm not donating to his dusty ass school. Okay, I don't want to talk about Dunn because I don't have no feelings. No, I don't feel no ways about him. I would never be involved with somebody who I know owes hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of taxes. I'm not working for you if I know for a fact that you're out here, you know what I'm saying, doing questionable behavior. So why would I think that I would get paid? And then another thing that I was saying, because they were saying that like he owed them over $3,000. Like, does he only get paid once a month? Like, how was that arrangement? Because I know with my job, I get paid every Tuesday. If I don't get paid last Tuesday, like I'm a firm believer. I've told my job this. I didn't mail in no work. You're not gonna mail me no check. You're gonna pay me when you told me you was gonna pay me, or I'm not coming back until you pay me. So something is off about that situation. I don't care what nobody say. I don't feel bad for a man of his particular age who's, you know what I'm saying. People go through life circumstances all the time. You know, people do. Why are you that old and you don't have a ID? Now, somebody said they got warrants. I don't care. I know a lot of people got warrants. It's like people in my family who got warrants. I don't care. I'm not going to give them up at the Thanksgiving dinner or at the Christmas dinner come this Friday. Like, I don't care. I probably won't even go to the Thanksgiving dinner because they get on my nerves. Okay. But I don't feel no way about the man. I don't feel sorry for him because you knew the type of person that you was dealing with when you took that employment. All right, y'all, we're gonna have to get done at 12 because I have to take my grandma to the doctor. And like I said, I've been drained emotionally today, just dealing with people doing marriage counseling. I enlist people. If you plan on getting married, please do go through some marriage counseling before you get married, because what I'm starting to see is, especially with this COVID and lockdown is getting ready to happen again, it's a lot of people who's getting married because, you know, I've been in the house with you all year, so I might as well do it. Nah, get yourself together. People should be taking this time to learn new crafts, to help build themselves. Maybe if you're thinking about starting a business, start you a business. If you're thinking about starting your YouTube channel, if you have time, do it. I do it when I have time. I can't do it every day because, like, I have to run a house and my washing machine is messed up. So I got to go find me a washing machine today too when I get done going to the doctor. I'm taking care of my grandmother. But I don't know about Dunn. I wish him the best of luck in selling his buttons and his t-shirts. Some of them are misspelled, sir. I just want to tell you that. That's all. So anyway, back to this school. He can't own the school because if he did own this school, the state would take it because he's delinquent in his child support. At the least, they would put a lien on the property. From the research that I've been able to complete, K-12 owns that school. So when he keeps saying we acquired, when I acquired a car, but I still made payments. So I don't believe he owns the school. The second thing is, if he did, why would it take so long for him to do any type of renovations on this school? Because he hasn't done any of it. He's had the school for almost 2 years now. Like, how long does it take to renovate? I already asked my daddy. Okay, don't take that long. I've been there, not necessarily overseen, but I've seen projects where they take, from demolition to, total refurbishment, and it definitely does not take as long as it's taking. But he doesn't have the proper funding. Anyway, so, I really feel bad for the people who are still following this man blindly, listening to him, thinking that he's going to save their kids, because he's not going to save your kids. Okay, I've already told y'all. I don't know, the last live I did was pretty long. All of the things that we went through growing up with unruly children, not, having these issues, and I know a lot of people don't want to put their kids in therapy. And I also seen, I think it was like on Instagram, and me and my sister were talking about this, that some people feel like Black people are using mental illness as a excuse, kind of sort of as a crutch, for what's going on in the world right now. And they're saying that that's a cop out. I think that y'all are wrong. Everybody has mental health issues, and especially in the Black community. And I know just in the house that I was raised in, we were raised, what goes on in this house stays in this house. Um, I said this to my sister the other day. My whole life, my grandmother has always been off. I'm going to use the term off because I don't think she's crazy anymore. Now, my mom and my aunt, her kids, has conditioned us. They told us don't listen to your grandma. She talks a lot and she talks to herself. Sometimes she even answers herself, but she's a very smart lady. And I used to find myself almost apologizing. Like I'll go to the doctor with her and I'll be telling the nurses, "Oh, I'm sorry, she just kind of talks and oh, she's a little crazy and oh, don't listen to her." And I really had to apologize to my grandmother. And I think I'm going to apologize again today on camera just so y'all can see like how sincere I am because I love my grandma. That's my best friend. Um we're like super duper close. But I feel really bad because I've always listened to what my elders in my family said, "Oh, your grandma's crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about." And now I realize that what I was doing was mad disrespectful. And what they were instructing us to do was very disrespectful because that's how they quote unquote felt. Mellow! Because that's how they quote unquote felt. Because they thought she was crazy. So you need to go ahead and start getting dressed because you know how to take your grandma to the doctor, okay? So look in your room. You should be able to.
Can I just finish this mission real quick?
What are you playing?
Grand Theft Auto.
Ain't you young to be playing Grand Theft Auto? If you have to think about it, then the answer is yes. Get dressed. But I feel really bad because I always kind of shoot her or didn't quite listen to the stuff that she says. And now I can sit down and have conversations for hours and hours and hours with her. And I know she has good common sense and she's been through a lot of things too. I was asking her questions about like, does she remember when she was young and being segregated? She was born in 1941. So she has some stories. Um, One of the most craziest stories I think we talked about is when she had my mom and she had to wait on the doctor who would see Black people. And my mom was like halfway out by the time, by the time the doctor decided to come in. So they delivered her basically by themselves. And the doctor just came in and was like, "Oh, bye." Um, I really feel bad for her because she lived during a time where she's seen a lot of things. Some of her family members were lynched and killed. She's originally from Tennessee. Um, and two of my great uncles were lynched and killed in front of the whole family. And I don't think that that's something that she breaks down every time she talks about it. And even I get emotional. I don't even know these people, but it's just like I think she said she was like 6 or 7. So she had to watch her older brothers get killed by these racist white people. And so it really scarred her. And so ever since then, she has kind of been a little bit on the offside, but everybody made us think that she was really, really crazy. And I know now that she isn't. She's just been through a lot of crazy shit. And so when you watch your siblings die in front of you, get killed in front of you, that'll change you. I know it would change me. I've never seen one of my siblings get killed in front of me, but I did have a cousin whose boyfriend shot her in front of us. She didn't die on the scene. She ended up dying when they got to the hospital, but that was like a domestic violence situation. But to this day, I do not like going to New York because this happened in New York. We have family up north, but I do to this day I won't go back up there because it's just too hard. And we used to go to New York and shop for school and for winter because they have like the best stuff, and we're from the South, so nobody would have the clothes and stuff that we would have. We always wanted it to be different, but that kind of traumatized me. So I don't never want to go back to New York because
Mama,
It's traumatizing. Socks, shoes. Spray your hair, please. Spray your hair. And are my keys in the kitchen to my car? Yeah. Okay. Um, it's just really sad. And then I know I'm kind of like all over the place. I just got to kind of vent because I just feel so stressed out right now. So one of my younger brother's friend, he got killed this weekend. Let me see, I'm 30. Marcus is, the boy was 24. We grew up with him. Of course, he was bad as hell. Bad, so bad. Oh my god, he was so bad. We set woods on fire. Oh my god, they were terrible kids. Like, oh, not in that sense, but just some of the stuff. I think back on some of the stuff that my younger siblings used to do, and it was the motherfuckers was crazy. But he got killed this weekend over a dispute during a card game. I believe it was a $20 dispute. He lost his life over $20 in a card game. So I'm really feeling like all over the place. Also, I just had some energy vampires suck the life out of me. But if you're gonna get married, get some counseling. Don't come get no counseling from me. I'm tired, but definitely get you some counseling because I'm starting to see this a lot with the people that's going on with this pandemic. They're like, well, if we can make it through a pandemic, we should get married. But people need to understand when people are putting your life for a season and you try to make them lifelong. Was it like Medea who was talking about the leaves and the leaves blow and they change, but if you can find somebody who are like the roots, maybe that was my mama, I can't remember. I'm not sure. I do remember my mama telling me if you find like 2 or 3 people who are your good friends, that's really all you need. You don't need 10 friends. You just need 1 or 2 good ones, 1 or 2 solid ones. So Umar Johnson does not have any solid friends. If he did have solid friends, they would definitely be helping him. He's very contradictory. He says he has friends all over everywhere, but I've never seen nobody claim him. Like, have y'all seen anybody claim him? All of these school principals and stuff. The only person who I've ever seen say anything, and not necessarily seen but read, was the Mukasa Africa guy. When I read his story about him, how they used to work together, he's really the only person who would ever admit to being employed by the same person with this man. And I still want to know, have y'all seen any testimonials of the people who he's helped? Because I seen this live stream. Y'all know I see everything. Somebody actually sent that shit to me. And he was online begging, asking people who he has helped to do video testimonials for him. I just want to know, has anybody seen any of these video testimonials? Because I haven't seen any of these video testimonials and I want to see them. Now I know they don't exist. I know they don't exist. And if I'm hurting your feelings, Umar, I'm sorry. My contact information is very easy to find. Your trolls, no, you think no? I think not. I haven't seen any either. I haven't seen anybody who said that he's helped them, because he doesn't help anybody. And the fact that he is online begging for testimonials, like, sir, get it together. You don't have any testimonials because you truly haven't helped anybody. And I don't feel bad for you. Like, everything, you're getting everything that's coming to you, and you are gonna pay for them because you've gave hope to the hopeless. You gave hope to the hopeless. And that's wrong. And instead of you coming out and saying, okay, my delusions of grandeur is a little bit much. Maybe I took on too much when I said I was going to do this or do that. And why, instead of starting small, whatever you could have been, came out and just said, okay, I'm in way over my head. I need help. But you've already told us on Lord Jamar podcast, you don't need help. All you need is donations, I believe is what you said. You don't need no help from nobody. You just need donations, but you truly do. And the fact that you're out here soliciting people to give you their coursework for free that they've written is like you've been doing this over 10 years and you don't even have a fucking curriculum. You don't even have a proper curriculum. You out here soliciting free curriculums from people. in the middle of a pandemic. And why you still ain't got your online school up and running? Everybody else is online. And the shutdown is happening all over again. Where I live, I never opened up. Okay, I go to work and I go to the grocery store and I come home. I'm super. Look, I go in the store, gloves on, mask and face shield. I'm not getting sick. You know, I don't want the COVID. I'm not taking a shot. How many of y'all taking a shot? I'm not taking no shot. Y'all seen the white girl pass out? And then she really got OTV and said she passed out at least once a week, but you a whole nurse. Listen, I listen. For the life of me, I wouldn't want her to be my nurse. If she passing out at least once a week, what if she in there trying to give you a shot or something, or maybe she's cleaning your port and stuff like that, and she passes out and then she fucking kill you. So I don't know about this. Me and my husband are having a disagreement. This is our first marital fight. Our first marital fight is about taking the COVID vaccine because he wants to cruise again. And they're saying that if you cruise, you have to take the COVID vaccine. And I'm telling him, well, I guess Carnival owes us about $6,000 because we had 3 cruises planned, 3 cruises completely paid for that started in April of last year. Our anniversary is in April. We were going on our honeymoon. We were going to go to Jamaica. We had another one planned for July. His birthday is in July. And then we had another one planned for August. And we haven't been able to go on any of those cruises. And so we are due a refund. And I've rebooked. I'm not rebooking again. I want my money back because I'm not taking no vaccine. Because people are dying. People are dying from this vaccine. But I just want to know if anybody has seen any testimonials, please let a bitch know. Because I haven't seen any testimonials. Now, I gave y'all my testimony. If y'all want to hear some more testimony, y'all have to wait till later on. Because like I said, I have to take my grandma to the doctor. Let me see what time she said her doctor's appointment is. That way I don't. And I'm going to have to call this girl back because come here. Oh, I got a little bit of time. Okay. I got a little bit of time. She said that I don't need to be there till 1. So I got a little bit of time. So nobody has anything positive to say because you haven't done anything positive, Umar. No, nobody has any testimonials as far as how you've helped them because you haven't truly helped anybody. And when you truly are out here helping people, you don't have to ask for testimonials. They'll do it on their own accord. They'll get up on the internet and whatever they use, the Facebook, the Twitter, was it Twitter, something, I don't know. You shouldn't have to beg for testimonies. People, when people truly help you, they tell everybody that so and so helped me do this, so and so helped me do that. You don't have to ask. In all these 10, 11 years, you don't have one positive review by now, one positive testimonial. I think this was like on Friday when you asked. It's Tuesday. Surely one person could make a little short video because you told them to just make a little short video. So where are the videos? Where are the testimonials? Because I have plenty of stories to tell on what you didn't do, what you promised to do, and what did happen. In the midst of you saying you were going to help people and and lots of young boys who you said you were going to help is either in jail or dead. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about some of the situations that you helped create because of your lies. See, nobody wants to acknowledge that. That's what bothers me. This is why I'm so passionate about getting this man in all the trouble that he deserves. Because it's done more bad than good to our community, whether he wants to believe it or not. There's a lot of little boys out here who you promised to save who's not living anymore because their parents was waiting on you to save them, so they just let them go ahead and do whatever. Until the police came and knocked on their door late at night, or the police kicked down their door and drug them off in handcuffs. Why don't nobody want to talk about that? Am I the only person who's willing to acknowledge that shit? Like, think about all the black boys you've let down. Let's talk about that. Because I do see, I watch, Hey Girl, love your videos. Umar's ridiculous. He is ridiculous. He is ridiculous. I won't listen the same way he won't testimonials from people saying who he helped. I want to hear people testimonials of how he didn't help and what happened because they didn't get the help that they were promised. Because I guarantee you, it's a lot more of those videos that's going to be made than the videos of people actually saying that he helped me. Because if we just want to get a little technical, he helped a lot of guys in the jail. He helped a lot of guys into the grave, and it's sad. It's sad, when you think about it. Somebody asked me what my sign was. I'm a Gemini. It wasn't in this chat. It was in a different chat, but I just thought about that because somebody said, "Well, you be so passionate, you be so emotional." Yeah, because everybody has people in their family who has some sort of issues. I remember, like my cousin had to be put on Ritalin, and ever since he was on that medicine, like he was crazy. Like I remember, like he like legitimately tried to molest us, like legitimately after he was on this medicine, and now he's in jail, and I think he's got like 30 years because he's a predator. He could have saved us from that. If it doesn't open that school soon, he's going to jail. He's never going to open the school. He doesn't even own that school. The deed is not in his name. K-12 own that deed. He don't own that school. He doesn't own it. That school's not ever going to open. I'm sorry. I told y'all my brother was supposed to go to that school. My brother got kids now. You know what I'm saying? And I have a 6-year-old. And I didn't have him until 2014. He started out with it, I don't know how long now. I did watch something. Somebody was saying that he's been claiming that he was that he's been a principal since 2006 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I could do some research on it, but I don't know. But I do know that his credentials don't belong to him. I know that much. I know it's not hard to show your transcripts from college. Well, that's how yeah. When I looked up for the deed, the last person who owned the deed was K-12. Yeah, see now, the only reason why, like I said, he got a hope to my grandma. And I found out about him in 2009 because it was my senior year of high school. And, I was getting on up out of there. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to graduate. I'm about to go off to college so I can move away so I don't have to deal with these crazies in my house. And my grandma was just holding on to hope that, yep, he's going to build this school and it's going to be open and da-da-da. And it still has not opened. And so that's why I said, and the fact that he won't open up an online school right there should tell you he doesn't have no intentions of doing it because he don't even have Now, I remember him saying that he didn't have enough time to teach the 4th grade class because he said he was only going to do 4th grade because he was doing renovations on the building. But what renovations? Where are the permits at? Where are the people that working on the building? The only person he didn't have at that building was the man Dunn. And I already told you I'm not going to drag this man because I don't know who he is. A lot of people are saying that he's homeless. I'm sorry that you're homeless. Somebody else said that he was paying like $400 a week for to stay in a hotel. I'm like, damn. Hey, Miss SM. I'm like, damn, if you can afford $400 a week for a hotel, then hell, you get your apartment. But if he really got warrants, then nobody's gonna give him an apartment in the middle of a pandemic and he doesn't have any verifiable income. Because when they call Umar Justin, he probably ain't gonna answer the phone for him. But I do feel bad for him though, to a certain extent. Because like I said, I get paid every week. If I don't get my paycheck on Tuesday, it's a problem. I'm not going to work. You're not gonna mail me no check. He's actively talking about it in Delaware back then, but I haven't seen him since then. And you still live in Delaware? I'm so sorry that he really out here embarrassing y'all to Pretty T Universe. I ain't got no glasses on, y'all. So I have to quit. But I'm sorry that he's really out here making y'all state look bad in these YouTube internet streets on Beyonce's internet because he really, yes, yeah. I'm sorry he got y'all out here looking crazy, and listen. The man is a good speaker. I've always said this. Everybody is good at something. Umar is good at speaking, but that's about it. If you give him the talking points, he's good at that. But transparency, non-existent. Telling the truth, not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Passive aggressive is hell. And I don't know who chat I said this in, but listen, y'all. Umar really reminds me. Do y'all remember the very first episode of the Chappelle Show? And what was his name? I'm gonna Google it. Hold on. Clayton Bigsby. All right, let me go back. Clayton Bigsby. Umar reminds me of Clayton Bigsby. He is a white supremacist. He's just black on the outside. Okay, but he's a white supremacist. He does not like black people. He definitely don't like women. He hates. I don't know what's going on. Like, I do know my brother, and I think I said this before. My brother has what we call mom issues. He never respected my mom, never. And I remember, like, when they would go back and forth, and they would fight, and my mom would always ask him, like, why do you always try to put your hands on me? And I remember him, like, straight up telling my mama, well, you let so-and-so whoop your ass and you ain't do nothing. So my mom was in a domestic violence situation for years, and that's how we, my grandma was just like, no, I got to take out a lot of that, because one night we had to walk from my mom's boyfriend's house, and he had blacked both her eyes, and we jumped on the guy, and it's like 2:00 in the morning. We had to walk my mom to my grandma's house, and it was like an hour-long walk in the middle of the night, no shoes on. I can remember walking through the grass, and the grass was so hot, and I was just crying. And my brother was just telling me, like, come on, hold her up. We got to hold her up. And so from that point on, like, we got my mama out of that situation. She ended up going back with the guy, because when you're on drugs, you just do all kind of stupid shit. But she thought that she loved him until he almost killed her, and he put her in the hospital, and then that woke her up. He hit her with a car and stuff like that. And so from that point forward, he never showed any respect towards my mother. And even his baby mama, like, his baby mama had a death in her family. And so he didn't want to go pick his kids up from school so that she could go to the funeral. And they have 3 kids together. And she was like, when your mom died, I was there for you. He was like, fuck, it was her uncle. He was like, fuck your uncle. I don't give a fuck about your dead uncle. These your kids too. If you don't go get the kids, I'm gonna leave the kids at school. Like, my brother is crazy. It's like, I don't understand. Look, I tell every girl, and I don't know why they laugh at me when I meet my brother's women. The first thing I tell them is, he ain't shit. And they in the front seat kicking and ha ha ha. And I'm like, he ain't shit. I remember telling the girl, he ain't shit. And then, like, 3 months later, she called me in the middle, like your brother jumped on me. I told you he wasn't shit. What you calling me for? And she was like, you're not going to help me. I already tried to help you. I told you to get out, like the movie. He ain't shit. When somebody, look, if somebody tell you something, believe them. Like, that's how I was raised. Believe them. I told you he wasn't shit. You didn't want to listen. What you want me to do? Now you want me to come save you? I'm not coming to save. I'm not getting up out of my bed to come save you. When I told you that he wasn't shit. And then when they asked me to elaborate, oh, do I? Oh, I be waiting for a bitch to say elaborate. Oh, do I? Oh, yes, I do. He done this girl. I remember one girl, he got mad at her because she wouldn't take him to the store, and he threw her keys in the woods on top of a tree. I'm going to the convenience store, and love your honesty. I'm very listen. First of all, it's draining to lie because you got to keep up with the lies. I'm not ashamed of anything that I've been through because it made me who I am today. I myself have dealt with a domestic violence situation. Like, this dude shot up my grandma's house, y'all. Like, this dude really would, like, we got into it. Somebody called my brothers. My brothers jumped them. They went and shot up my grandma's house while my brother's daughter was there. the same way. Yeah, absolutely. So I've been through a lot of traumatic stuff. I try to share what I've been through to help people, to let them know, listen, whatever you think you're going through, it ain't that bad. I mean, it seems bad, but people have been through way worse. And you know, you just have to be honest with people. Yeah, okay. You look so cute. Can you bring me my cigarettes? You look so handsome, by the way. Did you put socks on? Lift your pants up. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you, and I can't pick you up. Okay, thank you. Your grandmother said, wait a second. Thank you. It's hard. Like, let me figure out how to say this without sounding crazy.
You told me to bring you.
Are my cigarettes off the table? And then shut the door because I'm not supposed to smoke them and let my window up. You're the same way. Honesty is the best way to go. That's why I just wish you would come out and be like, look, I fucked the money up. Help me. But no, he doesn't want to do that. So I'm going to drag you. Like, if he was to come out today and say, you know, I fucked up, I need help, I would try to help him. Because, as I said before, I believe in the cause. We need this for our young black boys. A lot of people talk about, me and my sister were talking about this, and my sister is married to a white man. Okay, we're talking about if there were to bring back segregation, what would happen? And I asked my sister, I said, would you stay with the black people or would you go stay with the white people? She couldn't answer. And I didn't expect her to. I don't even know why I was expecting her to, because this is her husband. She loves this man, right? She's built a family with him. They've been together over 10 years. And what I love about my brother-in-law is my brother-in-law said I wouldn't make her choose. We would stay on the black side. I wouldn't make her choose. That's love right there. That's love, knowing like he is willing to walk away from his people to not have to put her in a position. It doesn't matter what color you are. If you find somebody who have that much love for you, you better keep their ass around. Whether they white, purple, green, you know, Chinese, whatever. So segregation wasn't all bad, just wasn't all good. But I do think that once we got segregated, once black people were able to go spend their money with white people, we did. Like, let's just be honest, we did. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. That's okay. Like this year, for instance, we had a little scuffle because I'm not buying nobody kids no Christmas presents this year. Last year, I spent thousands of dollars on their kids and nobody brought my baby a gift. Not one of them. They didn't buy my baby a gift, and I bought all the kids. My brother got 5 kids. Just my brother got 5 kids. I've already told y'all my daddy got 12 kids. My nieces and nephews is in the 20.
Can I have one of these?
You want to open up my candy too? Yeah, you can have one. Did you eat your food? Did you eat? All of it? Go put your tablet on the charger. If you want to do something, because you look bored, because we ain't got to leave for a couple more minutes, you can go do some work on your laptop. Shoot. Can you see this? Huh? Can you see this? Wait, y'all. So y'all remember Umar had that video? I'm gonna do something. Let me look him up on Instagram. I want my son to watch this video to tell me if he would want to go to this school or not. So y'all give me a second, because I want to know a real kid's perspective. So you can have this candy after you watch this video, but I want you to tell me if you would go to this school or not, okay? Ooh, girl, you do not look cute. Ooh, girl, take it off. How do y'all feel? Look, how do y'all feel about these $600? Like, it's been 9 months and y'all gonna send $600? How y'all feel about that? I don't care. Look, I don't think it's a joke. 9 months. 9 months later, you're gonna send half of what you sent. Now, like, my rent is more than $600 for 1 month. So that doesn't even cover one 1 month I am at work with you on low volume.
I
want to listen. I'm trying to find this video that he uploaded talking about the FDMG cartoon. I might just have to pull it up on Lennon Unner page. Oh, actually, do y'all know which one it is? I don't understand. It's like $600. Like, what? What am I gonna do with that? Let's do FDMG. FDMG. I'm looking for 5 people. Do you have 5 people? I don't got 5 people to send y'all today. 5,000 would be more reasonable. Have y'all? Okay, so listen. You know the other countries are giving their residents thousands of dollars a month. You know, from the government to help them. Hey, babe. And it's just like how it's so many people. Like for instance,
are you gonna give me all of them?
I wish I would give you all of these, boy. If you don't take 2 out of here. What's wrong with you? Are you giving me all these? Other countries are giving out, you know, one country I believe it's like giving out 7,000 a month or something like that. Just pop the 3 out and then bring the rest of them back when you're done. And I'm gonna find this video. It's a joke. You know what I'm saying? And it's like my brother, like for instance, my brother, his rent is $1,000, $600 for out of work people for 8 months. It's just wow. Absolutely. That's less than $1 a day. If for the past 8 months. So it's like probably like 75, 60 cents. It's ridiculous. And it's like, we vote these people in. We voted. These are our people who we've elected, who we voted for. Like, does this not make you second guess your choice? As like, I already have felt like that presidents are not elected; they're selected. If you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, oh well. 600 for out of work people for 8 months. Yeah, it's crazy. And so I've been lucky enough, like my husband, he works for FedEx. So nothing has changed for him. Pandemic who? He doesn't wear he doesn't want to wear a face mask. He's everywhere doing whatever he wants to do. And I'm at the front door with the lights all like right on my hand sanitizer. Like, they think I'm crazy. And it's just like nothing has stopped for him. So my income has fluctuated because I did get laid off for a little bit, and then I was able to go back to work, but then I've since got laid off again. But I have other streams of income, thank God. It's really sad though, because it's like my brother's rent is $1,000 a month, and he's going through an appeal right now with unemployment. So he hasn't received unemployment, I believe, 6 October. And so I was telling y'all that we had a kerfuffle in my family about Christmas presents. At the time, that didn't dawn on me, right? Once the kerfuffle was over and I thought about it, I had to call my brother and apologize because this man has had no money for the past 2 months. Not a dime. Like, I let him come. I coupon. I've always couponed even before I had my little boy. So my stockpile is on fleek. Y'all running around looking for toilet paper? Not me. I got so much toilet paper, it's in my son's closet in his bedroom. He can't put clothes in there because there's toilet paper and stuff in there. And he comes and he shops in here, and I'm the type of person, I won't give him any money, right? But if he needs gas, I'll meet him at the store and I'll get him gas. If he needs groceries, I'll meet him at the store and I'll pay for his groceries. But I'm not going to give you any money because people have habits that I don't want to keep up. I have my own habits that I want to keep up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be paying for his stuff too. But I had to call him and apologize and just basically say, okay, just give me a rundown. I know it's like a week before Christmas, but I didn't even take that into account that he hasn't been getting any money whatsoever. And I really started to feel bad because it was like, dang, like he calls us rich, right? He says we're rich. You're rich. You live in a house. Da 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 da. You drive expensive cars. And I told him, well, the reason why I drive an expensive car is because I told my husband either he's going to give me a baby, he's going to get me an expensive car. I chose the car. He doesn't want to have any more kids. He doesn't drive an expensive car. He drives a Chrysler 200. Like, he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? And he gets irritated that I collect cars. He's irritated that his car, he made me junk a car last week. I was so mad at him. Oh my God, he made me junk a car last week, y'all. And I'm more of a materialistic person, and that's because when I was coming up, for instance, we didn't have a car for a long time. So when I was old enough to get a car, I started hoarding cars. That's something that I'm dealing with my therapist. But I know another girl. My husband's best friend's baby mother house caught on fire 2 days ago, and they lost everything. She has 3 kids. They lost everything. They lost everything, except for the clothes in their back. But the girl next door lost her 4-year-old, and it's like I was looking at this girl in awe because it's like it didn't phase her. She was more worried about the girl who lost her 4-year-old, and she got a brand new baby. I mean, she didn't even hit the 6-week mark with their third baby yet. But the compassion that she had for this girl who lost her baby, she didn't care that she lost all her kids' Christmas presents. She didn't care about any of that. The only thing she cared about was, this girl lost her baby a week before Christmas, 8 days before Christmas. It was just so sad. It's like, oh, I want to cry. And you can't help everybody. And it's like, okay, my husband's yelling at me because he's like, you spending money that you didn't ask to spend. And I'm like, yeah, but we got to help him. He's like, but who's going to help us? And I'm just like, we don't need help. We're okay. You haven't missed one day of work since the pandemic happened. I told you to shut the door. I can't smoke in the house. I'm going to get in trouble. But I don't want to go outside and let my window up, y'all. I collect flasks. I'm trying to make sure I'm not crazy. Another thing that I seen, Joe Biden was saying that this is just the beginning. Next year, we're going to give out more money. But what about the people who about to be put out today, or who's already been put out? What about the people whose cars have been repoed? What about those people? It's just a really bad situation. And so I'm really grateful that I am in a position where I can sit home with lights on and have internet and have the luxury of having a laptop and blah, 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 even though I've worked very hard for everything I have. What I want to say is that our country has let us down. And for some people, it need to be for the last time, but it's not. It's not going to be for the last time. But it's like, okay, we cannot depend on these people to help us. Just let's just talk. Can we talk? We built this country, right? They built this country on my ancestors' blood, sweat, tears, organs, everything, right? Even with the reparations talk, everybody has gotten reparations. Like even slave owners got reparations for having to let their slaves go. Why don't we deserve reparations? They refunded them their money. Not to mention, we made them billionaires. We built this country. And they gave them their money back for having to let the slaves go, but they never gave us anything. Glad the younger generation is seeing this so they can change it. Absolutely. Listen, my grandkids are going to be in debt for what's going on right now. And my son is 6. And I already see that my grandkids are going to be in debt to this country because of what is going on right now. I don't understand why it took 9 months for them to give us $600. Like, what is that going to accomplish? I've already said I can't pay my rent off of $600 a month. I can't pay. I could pay my homeowner's insurance, not even necessarily rent, but I can pay my homeowner's insurance. But with $600, I can pay one car payment, and I don't even think I could pay the car. Well, our one car payment, I could put gas in and I could get about $100 worth of groceries. That's what I could do with $600. You know what I'm saying? And then what about the people who don't qualify for the unemployment or who are being left behind? I've already told y'all the experience that I had with unemployment. I think it took me 17 weeks to get unemployment when I applied for it. I applied in end of February and I didn't get it until August. That was a long wait. If I didn't have a husband who worked, I would have been homeless. Let's just be honest for a second. We do have savings. And then I also have my own little, you got to stash a little bit. That's what my mama taught me. You got to stash a little bit. But had it wouldn't have been for my husband working when the pandemic hit and everything shut down, I would have been homeless if I was like a single mom, because I didn't have much saved for my personal account. Our marital account, yes. But as far as just what I've saved on my own from, doing little side jobs here and little things there, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have been able to pay none of my bills. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I had some girls from the this organization named the Parents in Place who I mentor, and they were calling me like, I need diapers. And one of my side hustles is I make diaper cakes. I love making diaper cakes. I just love that shit. I got one in 2014 when I was pregnant, and I dissected that thing and then I built it right back up. And now I made, like, the last big one I did was I did a Thomas the Train diaper cake. So I ended up, giving them diapers. And am I ready for what? Oh, we gotta go to the doctor. Okay, 5 more minutes, and then yeah, I'll be ready. I have to crank my car up. I gave them all the diapers that I had, and my husband was fussing at me because it probably was a couple $100 worth of diapers. And I have a Sam's card, so I buy big boxes, and so I was opening the boxes and giving them sleeves, and then I just got to the point where I said, how are they going to get any more diapers? So now I'm giving them boxes, right? And I had to sit my husband down and say, we have toilet paper, we have lights, we have water. These people don't know how they're going to feed their kids. They can't even buy diapers and wipes for their kids. And you're going to complain? Like, we can make this back. This is fine. And then I ended up giving my sister the rest of my diapers because she has a salon. She does hair. And that closed, her salon closed. So I know we are proud women in my family, right? My sister would not have asked for help. But they have 3 kids. And they were living off of her husband's income once again. I only got one child, and I was struggling. So I would just like drop stuff off on her front porch, and I wouldn't even tell her it was from me because, I just didn't. Some people are too proud. She was gonna ask for help, and I'm not saying that she needed it, but I was just looking at the stress. Like, I talked to my sister every single day. I asked her, I told her, I said, I'm gonna, do a live. You wanna hop on live with me? She's like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, okay. I knew that she wouldn't ask for it, but my nephew was born a preemie. He was due in February. She had him last December. We just had his first birthday party. This past Sunday we had a little birthday party for him, but she had him 2 months early. So on top of, before the pandemic hit, she had to be put out of work because she was dealing with a high risk pregnancy. She had the baby early. So she hadn't worked since like before Thanksgiving. She's just going back to work. Like, you have a preemie at home, and then you have 2 older children who you have to take care of. She was going, like, where our hospital is, it's a small rinky-dink town hospital. So she had to take him to Greenville. Well, Greenville is like an hour drive away from me. And she lives about 10 miles away from me. So it was a little bit, an hour and 15 minutes. Every day, back and forth, every day. So I would give her Walmart gift cards because I knew that she could also use those gift cards for gas. So instead of a baby shower, what we did was we just took up a family offering and we gave them the money because they needed it. You have a newborn baby, that's a preemie. You have a 12-year-old and a seven-year-old, because her daughter is 7, my son is 6. And my dad had 3 daughters pregnant at one time. Bless his heart. So yeah, this generation, like, for instance, I was telling somebody, my son made buttons and he's 6. He has a button business. He also makes gourmet popcorn. My nieces have a lemonade stand, and it's vegan. I'm not sure what the fuck that means. I don't know what a vegan lemonade stand is, but I know they don't use sugar. They use like honey or something like that. But we grow the lemons. I have a lemon tree in my backyard. So we grow the lemons. All of our kids have things to do. My niece face paints. She face paints. So all of our kids do something. My older nephew, he's into robotics, so he builds robots. Then my other nephew, he's like the spelling bee champion or whatever. So all of our kids have their own source of income. Believe it or not, all of our kids have their own source of income. The only thing is, because of the pandemic and everything shutting down, like for the summer is when we made the most money with the lemonade and the popcorn and the selling buttons and stuff, because we would always go to different festivals and stuff like that. Well, we weren't able to do that this summer. So my son, who's used to being able to go to Walmart and buy basically whatever he wants, he has his own debit card. Like he had to realize that he was broke. And my 6-year-old was not happy about being broke. Well, he's not necessarily broke, but he was just frustrated because he's seen after he's doing stuff, right? So he can go buy $100 something, and that's fine. He loves video games. They love video games. Like, my house is so crazy. We have 2 PlayStation 5s. Why do we have 2 PlayStations? Why? But we do. So he seen that he was not putting no money in, and he was just watching his money go. And then he just broke it down to me like, Mommy, now I understand what you say about you can't spend everything you have, because he wanted Miles Morales game. I think that's how you say it. The Black Spider-Man, and it's $50. And I told him, I said, okay, well, you don't have it. You don't have $50 in your account. I told him if he waits till Christmas, we'll get it for him for Christmas. He already has it. So I did, he already has it. But I didn't want to tell him that, you know what I'm saying? I bought the game already. And so he wanted this remote control car that was like $80. I'm like, you don't have enough money for it. So I went back and I bought the remote control car for Christmas. But my 6-year-old is starting to understand the importance of saving the money and not spending it. He loves Dollar Tree, but now we don't go to Dollar Tree every day. We go to Dollar Tree once a week because he's not putting money in his account. So he sees that if I spend it, I'm not going to get it back. He sees that if he's not doing anything to generate any income, and he's like, Mommy, when are we going to be able to go to festivals? And Mommy, how come we're not because we have a local Christmas light show, and they have like little ponies that you can ride on. And so last year we had a booth. So every night from 5:30 until 8, he sold from his booth. My nieces they all sold their stuff from the booth. They all were making money. So last year Christmas was lit. Well, this year, he was saying like last year he earned enough of money to where he was able to get a 4-wheeler, a Spider-Man 4-wheeler. I think it was like $1,200, and my son paid for $600 of his $1,200 Christmas gift. He wants to sell it now. He's like, I haven't rode it, but a couple times this year, Mommy, we can make money off of this, and then I can take this money and put it in my account, because he wants to do he wants to make bow ties. And I'm like, bow ties? But that's what he want to do. So now I have to figure out how to make bow ties. And like myself, my sister was telling me I had made some hair jewelry for her, and I went to her shop, and she stole my hair jewelry. I was so upset with her. She's like, if you don't go make some more jewelry. And I was just like, yeah, that's true. So now my sister is selling my hair jewelry that I make for her to wear in her dreadlocks. But it helps her. So how can I get mad when I'm sitting at home doing nothing? Because I don't go back to work until January 7th, I believe. January 7th is when I'm scheduled to go back to work. So all right, people, I have to go because it's time to take Grandma to the doctor. She has to be there at 1:45, and we have about 30-minute travel. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys. Very determined and bright. Listen, you have no idea. My little boy, he will figure out a way. Like, he was even selling water. He was selling water. Like, we'll go to Sam's, and get the water. And he's like, no, you can't drink the Dasani. You know, you have to drink the Walmart brand because Dasani is to sell. And he sells the Dasani for $2 and he sells canned drinks for $1.50. And I'd be like, bro, you taxed it, but people buy it. You know, so I can't even get mad at him for his hustle. Like, I love my son hustle, you know. I guess he get an honest, but thank you guys. I enjoy the rest of your day. I may go live later on. I do want to do like a Q&A with my grandma because I do want y'all to hear some of the stuff that she had to go through when she was coming up in Tennessee. She was in Tennessee and she was born in the early 40s. So she went through a lot. So I think that a lot of people can learn stuff from her. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Kisses, kisses, kisses. I gotta go. Stay dangerous. Mellow. Bring my flip-flops.